Hey you guys, it's your sister Truth Seeker 5000, BKA Dawn B, getting on here for another episode of Mary Mary Season 3, Episode 11. Now, I just got finished watching it, you guys. I said, let me go ahead, even though I'm tired, busy day, working my business successfully, making money. I said, let me get a bubble bath and get to bed. But before I do that, let me get this video out to my family, right? So, like to hear it, you guys? Here it go. So the scene actually opens up with the Marys preparing to leave the country for Australia. Now, no tea and no shade, but I actually, every time I see Tina and Teddy now with all the smooches and everything, I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about when them lips were on them countless amount of women that he described to her, and she actually like asked for that. Him to describe. Now the woman can barely sleep. She's so just distraught and keep thinking about it reoccurring. So, all that kissing and smooching, I feel like we don't need to see all that. It just give me that feeling that in my stomach. But I'm sorry that was messy, y'all. But I understand they trying to reveal their relationship, but I'm just saying, keep all them smooches and wooches to yourself. You too, Erica, with them comments, them under your clothes, behind the bedroom door comments with you and Warren. Don't nobody want to hear that either. Okay, so anyway, the next scene, they did an interview, and the Australian reporter asked about Tina's marriage. It's like they're like billions of miles away from the U.S., and they know about it over there, this situation with Tina. She really put her foot in it, and on a random note, at that moment, my daughter, she burst out and she asked what was up with Tina's sad ponytail. She said she didn't like it. So I just wanted to put that in there. Folks go in on her little ponytails. I usually don't say anything, when they're kind of like hanging and everything, but that was a moment that my daughter, she just couldn't hold it anymore. So she let Tina have it about that sad pony. But Tina and Teddy, next scene, they're on Skype, and Teddy start Skype preaching to Tina about believing and putting her faith in Jesus, and Tina told him you had come up out of heaven and stop talking in God language. And I'm not gonna lie, I burst out cracking up because Teddy was over there talking like a televangelist. I had my little offering out, my little pocketbook ready and everything to send to whatever address that he was about to put out, honey, because he was televangelized preaching, okay? You know, uh, Tina asked if she was the only one for him, in the next breath. And, his head almost rolled off with that, yes. Got my weave all in the way. Yes. It was something to see, bless his little heart. And he did what he could to calm down that big old powder keg of a situation that we call Tina. I call her and nicknamed her Drama Life because, it fits her perfectly. Her nickname Drama Life. Yes, and hats off to him because really, to be honest, all jokes aside, I couldn't deal with her. I said that in another video. I cannot. I would not. I would protest, put my foot down. I couldn't deal with it. A person like Tina. Tina, it just need to be just one Tina. We could not live if there was another. God help us all if there's another Tina on this planet, And then in the next breath, Tina said that Teddy has actually made her insecure again. And I'm like, how's somebody gonna make you insecure? I mean, it's insecure. You're the one in charge of making sure that you are secure within. So don't try to put that on somebody else. That's you. If you said you forgive somebody, forgive them and try to move forward, move on. Then Tina, she hit Teddy with the, well, what if I don't think it's worth saving this marriage? And Teddy said, well, then you need to leave. And I could tell Tina wasn't really expecting that. And truthfully, I was yelling the same thing at the TV. I don't know about y'all. I yells at the TV sometimes when stuff just get so far out of pocket. I got to say something to the TV as if they can hear me. Yes. Tina was so angry. She was sizzling. You could fry eggs and bacon on that big head, that forehead. She was sizzling. She was upset. I was like, Tina really needs to get rid of all this bipolarism. You know, she tells Goo how she's hurting, all the while she's doing this satanic hand, thing, like she's so stressed. It's a satanic hand sign to her temple that she was doing. Yes, I caught that. And for those of you in the know, there you go. But moving on, the next scene, they actually had a meeting, and Tina did not show up. Being selfish again, once again, always me, me, me. Teddy did what he could to console Tina, and that still wasn't enough. Erica is all talking on taking on Tina's feelings, when Tina is not respecting her on the back end, and also I do like how Warren gives sound and very direct advice to Erica, and how he comforts her and loves on her. I loved it at that moment because she was really, taking on. And there are some of you, I used to be like that. I used to take on people's, problems and situations and make them my own, to where I'm feeling, really badly, as if I'm being overly empathetic and putting myself in their place. And that's not healthy. That's not healthy for them, not healthy for us. It's not good. So it was nice that he was there as that comforter. I was also happy to see that Goo came along. I didn't even notice her, that she came on the trip, but I was glad that she came along to take the stress off of Erica to help Tina. I feel it's way too much on Erica, and it's not fair. Or else I should say Erica is taking on way too much, just like what Warren said, that she has a tendency to do. So then, next scene, Erica and Tina, they go for a walk, and Tina refurbishes the same conversation from 3 tapings ago. I swear, I was having deja vu. Here she go, trying to bring up the Teddy thing again, conversation. I'm at this point thinking, how many more episodes is left in the season finale? When is the season finale coming? Because I'm over it. All she doing is opening up the same can. We had that for dinner the other weeks. Just, we're tired of it. We don't want no more prison noodles. Okay. So anyway, next scene, here we go with Erica speaking to an Australian doctor, and the doctor told her not to stress her vocals, basically saying the same thing that the other doctor said. Warren says, well, she can't sing that I Need a Little More Jesus song. And, she told Warren and the doctor that, she has to sing it. I'm just like, this girl hard-headed. Next, Warren tells Tina that Erica will not be able to handle all of the songs, that they were scheduled to sing. And Tina said that she would pick them up and pick up the slack and sing the songs. So next thing, Kenneth Creer, Erica's manager, he's upset, and he's, feels like he's playing dual roles as Erica's manager and as Mary's manager. Warren's all on the sidebar talking about, you should have thought about that. You knew that you would be taking on some type of managerial role for Mary. I'm just like, why should he had expected that? Why? Can I expect some extra money on the back end? I feel Ken Creer. They want to say he whining, but I understand what he's saying. If I'm gonna act in dual roles, you pay me. He ready to dip out. I could tell that he ready to go, because he keeps saying it. But the next scene, the Mary's prepared to perform, and Tina is being a diva. I wasn't feeling the sweatpants either. They end up getting on stage, and Erica says, well, I'm not going to sing. I'm a just be like a background dancer, And I was like, is this Erica's solo debut in this new country, or is it Tina's? They end up singing, and I wasn't feeling either of their performances. The crowd not knowing any better, really. They don't know how Mary in their prime, in top-notch condition in performance. So they're just cheering, no doubt somebody hyped them up to be cheering. And the crowd asked for an encore. And they went back out there, and Tina went out barefoot. And it was a mess. It was a mess. To me, that's a sign of a breakdown. That's a sign of I just don't care. How she was behaving with the makeup, take it too long. They like, hey, we're supposed to be out there singing like right now. You trying to put some extra black on your eyes. We gotta go. We gotta pray and we gotta go. Well, and then she ended up going out there with no shoes on the second round. And I'm just like, that's telling me that you just over it. You don't really care at this point. Why would she go out there with no shoes on? You know, it was ridiculous. I could see if she was out there, had her shoes on, and it got so good praising, and she kicked the shoes off, maybe. I could have accepted that. But you don't go running out there with no shoes on, and the shoes was right there. But anyway, Erica and Miss Drama Life, BKA Tina, is talking, and Drama Life is all about to start up again about her and Teddy's problems, and they being starting to cue up the little sad music that they do. They like to put that music on when she gets to talking about her problems with Teddy. But then Erica intercepts Drama Life and asks her thoughts about her career with Mary Mary. And I actually agree with Erica about Tina needing to lay Mary Mary down to bed because, she acts like she can't go off and be gone two steps away from monitoring Teddy anyway. It's like you can't leave for, a couple of weeks, do your job in another country. That's what you've been wanting. But you don't want to do that because you want to keep eyes on Teddy. You can't do that 24/7 unless you're home. So, yeah, you need to go home. She said the other week when Erica was performing that she could not be there because she had to go work on her happiness with Teddy. So, ergo, she needs to go. I also watched Erica on the Watch It with Mary Mary show. And at the end, Erica, she actually got back with Tina because Tina turned into a palm tree, honey, producing so much shade on Erica that, eh, eh, saying that ain't nobody checking for Erica songs like they are Mary Mary songs, which was a low blow. Why would you say that? I mean, we as the people, we can say that, but Tina, she can't say that because in the book of my mind, when we the people, okay, we the YouTube people, we the people all across who are consumers, when we say it, it's okay, because we're the one deciding if it's hot or not, the music, or whether or not we're going to take our last $12.99 and either go out and get a Erica Campbell CD or buy some Campbell soup and a sandwich with our little twos and pews that we got left. You understand what I'm saying? So we can say what's hot and what's not, I'm just saying. I just feel like when a family member says it, it's coming out of shady hate and selfishness, especially when it's coming out of Tina Campbell's little selfish vocals. I'm just saying, people all, plus I feel like all Mary Mary do anyway is get on stage and they sing songs from like 8 years ago. I mean, Shackles, Yesterday, and Believer, all from 2005 through 6. It's not like the Marys has put out anything within the last couple years, even, that we all wrapped up in and got us all excited or anything. They went across the seas with songs from 2005 and no new songs. I'm just saying, they're not even in the double digits yet of this new decade, 2000, between 2010 2014, with anything that's hot. While Tina trying to go in on Erica like she was David Ruffin or something. You never gonna be nothing without Mary Mary. BKA Tina is what she really want to say. Is really what that means. You're never going to be anything without me. Now that was wrong and utterly horrible, for her to say to her sister like that. Like I said, I don't agree with Erica going solo or staying in the group either because of her alleged vocal issue. Okay, and the possibility that she could have her voice permanently lost and damaged. Okay, and I'm not also feeling her music either. And I'm not feeling her as a person right now because of her attitude and what she has done to Mitch, how they have treated him. So I'm no longer a fan of either as I was before, and I have seen who they truly are. So yeah, it's over, pretty much over, like this season. But her voice and business is her own, but you know what? Side shout out, bar to my favorite Truth Seeker 5,000 subscriber 01 Lovely Creation, who actually wrote to me and said that she believes that Erica's doctor are fake, paid people hired by the show to add drama, and says that they give false info because they're paid to about her voice. And she kind of got me thinking, and I was on two other people's Mary review channels. I was on Bree 91100, and I was on Marcus Williams, who is actually now a newly denounced Mary Stan, and congratulations and shout out to him for that. But we were chatting, about it, and they felt some kind of a way about it too. The thing is, if this so-called doctors have told you that you cannot sing or even really speak too loudly, or you're going to permanently damage your voice for good, why would you book a tour in your next breath, go overseas, you're over there looking a mess, perhaps maybe there is a little issue that's not that severe going on with her voice, but my thing is, a normal person would not be trying to go forward with a singing career if all of that is true, what those doctors are saying about her voice. Why would she keep booking tours and say, no matter what's going on with this voice, I'm still going to go on that 10-day tour, cross seas? Why would she do that? It's just like she is very irresponsible and careless with her own self. My goodness. But if it's true, like my grandma used to say, a hard head makes a soft behind, you know. And, truthfully, we all have to make our own beds and lie in them, so that's on her. On this other hand, I say kudos to her for standing up to Tina, old controlling, bipolar, 14-year-old 80s teenager behaving self. I definitely agree with her, standing her ground with her. Tina is too controlling. Look how she acts in the next episode, how she just walks off in the middle of a performance like a little kid, because she's not getting her way lately, with Erica or her husband. She probably feels like she's losing control, but enough about all that. That's the end of this pretty much review. I just kind of want about the Marys. I want to get to the most important part of the whole show, is the fact that my boy Mitch is showing up in the next and final episode, okay, of the season of this show, and I can't wait. I missed him so much. I was happy to see, when I saw that one little loafer with no sock wearing white legs step out of that limo, I knew that was our boy Mitch, and I screamed. I'm so ready and wondering what he's doing back at their door, so I'm excited. I can't wait for that. Shout out to the new people who have signed up with me and are making money with me in my wealth building kit program. I'm working on building your wealth with Dawn B blog, a new YouTube video with that same name, Facebook page, Facebook group, and a blog talk radio show. Okay, so definitely tune in and get into building your wealth with Dawn B, BKA your sister truth seeker. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos. Can't wait to chat with you guys in the comments section below. PSS, happy Mother's Day to all of my mothers, grandmothers, aunties, and single fathers that act like mothers. Lord bless you all real good. Talk to you guys soon. Your sister Truth Seeker, 5000 BKA Dawn B, out. Bye for now.